Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for as little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. I'm sure you've all heard the news, and in today's video we're going to be focusing on the news with regard to FINRA. They have now approved the corporate notice, so this is now going to lead to the brokers receiving these notices, and we will then see closing of short positions. So great news there today. So in terms of breaking news, this was initially shared live in the Discord, so shout out here to one of the Discord members who posted it. So great news there, and also congratulations to a few of the Discord members here who managed to buy the dip. We did see a very significant decline in the share price. I think at one point it was down 25%, and shout out here to George, who's also posted the news. Thank you, FINRA. So certainly good news there, although we were waiting quite a while, and also added on the news as soon as it broke here in terms of the daily list. So let's now have a look at details of what was shared today. So let's have a look at the daily list website. We can see here 14:53 and 29 seconds. We've got the news here. So let's have a look at the summary. So on the summary here, we can see under the comment section at the bottom, MMTLP shareholders with settled positions 12th of the 12th 2022 record date will receive 1 share of NextBridge Hydrocarbons for every 1 share of MMTLP held on the pay date 14th of December 2022. Purchases of MMTLP executed after 8th of December 2022 will not receive the distribution, will not be quoted ex MMTLP shares, will be cancelled effective 13th of December 2022. And what we can see here again in terms of the date and time, 6th of December 2022, that's when we've got the confirmation here. Offering type, no restrictions. So what I'd now like to do is just focus on some of those dates here. So I've highlighted in yellow here, and what it states is MMTLP shareholders with settled positions, just to reinforce again, 12th of December record date, will receive 1 share of NextBridge Hydrocarbons for every 1 share of MMTLP held on pay date 14th of December 2022. This is something that I want to query here, and that is purchase of MMTLP executed after 8th of December 2022 will not receive the distribution, will not be quoted ex MMTLP. So one thing I would like to say is there seems to be a change in dates here, and this is a change in date from the S1. So the dates here in obviously this notice that we are getting here are not the same as the S1. So that's something to keep an eye out, because what it's stating here is if you buy MMTLP after the 8th of December 2022, this is a significant change. You will not get the distribution, so you will not get shares in NextBridge. So let's wait and see if there is any clarification from the company, or is there any update. But as of yet, that's the news that we've been given, and I would also like to again reinforce that that is a change in dates from the S1. So if we continue with the theme of dates, in terms of the other date that many people are going to be focusing on, and that is when is the last date that shorts will be closing by. So in terms of the expected date, from the way I see it, in my opinion right now, I think it's going to be standing as the 12th of December 2022. So, and the reason for that is expected to be the last trading date on the OTC. So that will be the last chance to buy MMTLP. So it makes sense for that to be the last day for shorts to cover. However, I do think corporate notices are going to be going out very fast. So tomorrow, I think there will be a significant amount of shorts covering. I do expect that to happen unless something else develops that I cannot see happening. So tomorrow we're on to Wednesday, then we have Thursday, and then we have Friday. So 3 full trading days, so 3 days for them to cover. They could cover, I'm expecting them all, probably to the vast majority of the shorts, to be out by Friday. And I think Monday, the 12th of December, that could still be the date that the brokers may close for them. So in terms of a key and reinforcement of a reminder, if there are not enough shares for the shorts to buy, because remember, according to the data shared by Microcap Daily, also data calculated by Tony from Market Moves, as well as the Bird Lady, there are more shorts out there that need to cover than shares available to buy. So and what is going to happen is sell limit orders will have to be used, especially if nobody is selling. So it's going to be an interesting few days. So again, either way, my anticipated last day for shorts to cover will be close of play Monday the 12th of December. So let's now have a look at the reaction with regard to charts. So just before, obviously, we got the breaking news, one of the posts that I shared here as in terms of the key message to everybody out there, including the retail. Obviously, we are still holding, we're not selling, but we are buying. Nothing has changed except the discount prices. So shout out here to Ravikanth, who took advantage of that, as well as many of the people in the Discord, and he stated, yes, bought 475 shares of MMTLP today, and in the end he bought a further 957 shares, obviously before it started to pop. So let's have a look at, first of all, I'd like to share you obviously the 5-minute chart in terms of the initial huge green candle that we saw, and you could see here prior to that green huge green candle, significant short attack that we saw today, bringing the price down I think at one point below $5 as well. So now let's have a look at the 1-day chart. So again, for MMTLP, we can see here on a low today, I think it was down close to $5.04, and then as soon as the news broke, it went up very close to $10. I think on a high it was $9.70, a little bit of consolidation, but a nice strong finish. I think it may have closed at around about $8.25, but the reaction and the news there is extremely positive. And one other chart I'd like to share with you here, I remember in the previous videos we have been talking about double squeeze, so this one now we're looking at is for MMAT, Metamaterials. So again, as soon as the news broke, same kind of reaction. So the stock was going down close to $1.60, and we saw a huge increase there. At one point it was up in excess of $2.12, closing at $1.95, and also up in excess of 14%. So a great day also for Metamaterials. What I'd now like to do is give a shout out to Cable, and he posted earlier here with regard to some reactions, and what he stated here is, this is what happens when you don't do your own DD. Just remember that, folks, we aren't pumpers, we do our DD, present it to you and tell you to do your own DD. So again, great point there. Big difference is that he feels very bad for folks who did this below. So just as we saw the news, or you would say prior to the news, there was a video here by the Genius who stated that this play is over. So he's also stated, there's a comment here from Martin, he stated, well, just sold in the 5s off this video and it has now flew to 9. So it's done the complete opposite of what the Alpha Genius has stated. So in terms of the other comments here, shout out to High Roller here. He said, it's hilarious that a dude with slick back hair, leather jacket, wearing sunglasses in the dark would have the audacity to criticize somebody that wears bird costumes, yet backs it up with solid research and verifiable information. So why would you wear sunglasses in the dark? I'm not sure about that. Maybe you have some problems with vision or calculating numbers or understanding what preference share is. I'm not sure. And finally, shout out here to Larger Vision. Definitely got better vision than somebody wearing dark sunglasses in the dark. And he stated here, I'm watching as MMTLP is currently ripping. So maybe we should give a special thanks to the Alpha Genius for giving us good luck. Because everything he says certainly seems to be the opposite happening. So overall, great reaction there to what happened. And finally, for everybody in the UK, a quick update here from Trading 212. So this is something that was just shared with me a few minutes ago, and the question here is, can you tell me when the shorts will be forced to close? Also, if they've not sold my shares in the coming days, will they be held on account as non-tradable assets or transferred on my behalf to AST? So let's have a look at the response from Trading 212. We expect a green light from our intermediary any day now. Updates will be shared on the shareholders and on the forum. So the good news here is Trading 212 are aware of it. They are going to be posting an update, and obviously they're working with an intermediary. So my opinion and my position on this is that anybody who is on Trading 212, first of all, you are allowed to sell. So if you feel as though that's what you want to do, you are able to do that now. You're not able to buy, unfortunately. But I would also add that if you're holding for NextBridge, then Trading 212 will have a contractual and legal obligation to make sure you have those entitled shares for NextBridge as well. And finally, I'd like to finish off by giving a shout out to David and also special thanks to William, who I also spoke to earlier today with regard to the news that's just been broken. So David did ask me to share this post prior to what happened today in terms of the market. So obviously there were some key reminders here, and what he stated here is trust in the process. Remember the other squeeze plays, they drop when the news hits, and it will rip. So that was a little bit of a clue that was provided. So special congratulations to everybody who managed to buy, obviously with the dip that we had today, and there was speculation that the shorts were potentially trying to get this down to the 4s, even the 3s, but they were not able to do that. So and again, another message here from David, who stated, no, just know this, hold, we are not selling less than 600 plus range. So special thanks to the whales for supporting us in these difficult times, especially when they've been buying in the early attacks that we had. So let's see how this plays out now in the next few days. And finally, shout out here to Millions, who stated here, Schwab is no longer wanting to borrow MMTLP. So it looks like the news is reaching the brokers. The covering is also, so in other words, what this basically means is shorts will not be able to short through Schwab anymore. That's great news. So we hopefully get the same news with all the other brokers, including TDA, including Fidelity and all the others. So get covering. And finally, thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.